Hello, everybody. This is Warsmith Senior, and it's that time again for another episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup with Savage Sid, the blocker, former kid of Rue, nearly full piety there. And yeah, we were doing pretty well. We made it through the last episode without too many troubles. You know, still feeling somewhat vulnerable, so hopefully we can toughen up our character a little bit. But we're already at level 13 and a half, you know? We grow up so fast. You know, the former kids do have that experience bonus, so, you know, I think that is pretty cool. It's part of the reason why we're so, you know, leveled as we are, high leveled as we are. And I know that some of Rue's abilities cost Drain as well. I'm not sure if the former kid experience bonus has anything to do with working off Drain any faster, but I like to pretend that it is. You know, it would be a confidence boost if it would. That would be a pretty sweet, you know, sort of thing there, if we could use our abilities more. And we should be using our abilities more. I sort of want to see what this apocalypse is all about, for example. That sounds awesome. We should be apocalypsing everywhere we go. And yeah, another big thank you to the commenter, the same commenter. I don't know if you want me to call it to name you, but you know, I mean, we thank you very much for letting me know that we had in fact hit the shield's maximum here. We are fully capable of using a regular sized shield now because former kids, having as many arms as they do, have a not as much of a shield malice as the other species, which is pretty refreshing after playing as a tiny little halfling. So our shields are fine, and in fact we're almost up to 15, which means at 15 we would be able to use a large shield effortlessly. So that's pretty cool that we're that close at least. But I'm a little bit tired of being Savage Sid the blocker. That doesn't seem right. So let's turn off our shields for now and focus on some of our other stuff, because we got plenty of other stuff to focus on. So, good. I think we're good. I think we're ready to keep making our way through the lair. Very good. We haven't seen any large shields, have we? No, we saw that buckler of poison resistance, but we're feeling pretty good about our mutation set. Now this is interesting, isn't it? What's this all? What's all this then? Some sort of lair encampment? This is bizarre. A tree. Like an autumnal tree? Is this like autumn land? It's New England in September? I don't know. This is very interesting. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this before. It's very vivid and interesting. Right? It's cool. Does it have any significance? You got scrolls of identify. Is there some sort of metaphorical purpose there? Like, you know, fall lets you identify coming winter? I don't know. That's dumb. I'm not a poet, okay? Do you have a better metaphor for autumn and scrolls of identify? You know, the harvests? Growing the harvest. Yeah, I mean, harvest. Yeah, I guess you can identify what kind of seeds you planted, but you should have known that already. So, I don't know. They should have sent a poet. Okay, here's a poet to describe the terror of these death yaks. We can sing, though. We can sing about it. You know, we've got a pretty good set of pipes. Pretty good set of spiracles, at least, with which we can sing a song of slaying. And that might be appropriate here. In fact, I think it might be appropriate to dig. Dig, dig, dig. Okay. And Rue believes we're ready to make a sacrifice. Maybe it might be time to make a sacrifice right now before this big yak battle. Just to get it done. Sacrifice skill? What does that mean? -1 to all their skill aptitudes, which means we'll lose a bunch of stuff. That sounds interesting. I'm not sure how major of a sacrifice that is. Sacrifice health, vulnerability to harm. What does that mean exactly? Penalty to AC or reduced health, perhaps? And sacrifice drink. Let's see how major these sacrifices are. Use which ability? Sacrifice skill. A major sacrifice. Sacrifice health is a modest sacrifice for 3 AC. Although it's more than I would like. And sacrifice drink is a major sacrifice. I'm not sure if we need another major sacrifice. Like, I feel like I should just go with sacrifice health. I know I'm trying to be tanky, but I don't want to wait around for another Rue sacrifice. 3 AC isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, let's go with it. Let's sacrifice health and see how that works out for us. But maybe let's do that after this yak battle, to be honest. Maybe an apocalypse on these yaks might be appropriate. But we'll get out our buffs first. Hopefully my stone skin will compensate for that to some extent. And I should be able to kill this iguana at the same time as I'm dealing with these death yaks. Yeah, he's going down quickly enough. And the death yak goring itself and such, it does hurt when it hits. But how often does it hit? If we have a Glubria, I think that helps as well. Yeah, the death yak is stunned and such. Shot of Glubria should be redirecting things and whatever. Death yak is going to be vanquished. I mean, yeah, we'll get our AC back to normal. More death yaks, probably, right? Yeah, I'm sure there's more death yaks. Well, we might as well heal if they're going to give us the opportunity. Oh, it's just a porcupine? I'm totally unconcerned about a porcupine. There's 3 more death yaks, though, at least one of which sees us. 2 of which, I guess. Buffs activated. And just continue to hack our way through. This is going to be fine. And you know what? I feel like we're not even going to miss the 3 AC. It's just canceled out by the stone skin. And hopefully the Rue power will make up for it. You know, if we sacrifice a little bit more than we needed to, you know, so be it. Don't want to be horrified at these guys. That's what the hidey hole is good for. You know, it just proves our devotion to Rue a little bit. You can keep the change. I just don't care. You know, what do you think about that, Rue? Oof. Although we have to be able to survive, naturally. Let's get up, make sure that we have a shroud going on, make sure that we're using every advantage that we have. It hurts. Wow, it really hurts. Okay, do we have heal wounds? No, let's use our wand of heal wounds on ourselves. And then we should just be able to take out this death yak. I mean, I just want to be safe. I guess this death yak is pretty tough. But we took out all the death yaks. Fine. And that's what the heal wounds is for, you know? No sense in being stupid about it. We're not going to die just as we attain maximum Rue enlightenment by sacrificing a small amount of armor. Is Mata sacrificed? Yeah, do it. I feel more vulnerable to harm, and yet I still have not reached full Rue piety. That's a little bit of a shame. I was thinking that maybe that would be it. But that piety meter is a little bit difficult to interpret there. Scroll of Enchant Armor. If we were to read that, what would we be able to enchant right now? I guess my Chainmail of Magic Resistance is something that I'm going to be wearing in the near future. Or the Cloak. Let's just do the Cloak, right? We haven't seen a better Cloak. No. Alright. My 1 AC is 1 AC. I just sacrificed some AC, so let's get the Cloak better to compensate. You know, my exoskeleton is not quite as sturdy as it used to be. Maybe I just molted. You know, a soft shell here. Alright, first encounter with a Hydra. It's only yellow, and we definitely want to make sure to get out our hand axe of flaming. I feel like if I have a shroud up, and I just chop, now it's only a 4-headed Hydra. My shroud falls apart as it's bound to do. But I mean, this thing is going to get geometrically easier to deal with. Now it's only a 2-headed Hydra, 1-headed Hydra, dead. Fine. Catalobolas is going to, like, try to attack us or whatever. I really don't feel that concerned. Here's one instance where I don't really want to use a hidey hole. Because I feel like I'll just get trapped in the hidey hole and get petrified. But on the other hand, this Catalobolas should not really pose an issue, right? These guys are tough enough if you fight them with big packs, but... Stomps with a crash on the ground. Alright, that's pretty melodramatic, Catalobolas, but... You know, I think he just did that because he was trying to scare me off. 7-headed Hydra. Okay, so that's a little bit more dangerous. Can I back in here? Alright, let's just dig. Now we'll get out our hand axe of flaming. That's the most important thing. Get our infusion. Get our shroud. Get our stone skin. Because this is going to be a little bit of something. Coming up with a 7-headed Hydra. That's a little bit more difficult than I was expecting to deal with. It fails to attack, though. That's Rue. Thank you, Rue. Good. We're down to not a... Okay, 5-headed Hydra now. And now it's easy. You know, this is the easiest way to deal with Hydras. Cool. Charm skill going up. We probably don't have to have that up for very much longer, considering most of our spells are castable. If anything, we want a little bit more necromancy. Maybe we avoided sacrificing that, so get a little bit more regeneration. That could be pretty useful for us. And I'm glad we can take Hydras. Alright, so we passed the Hydra test. It's a test that every character needs to go through. It's a gauntlet that you just have to face. And you have to have some way of dealing with it, and this time we had a hand axe of flaming. Thank you very much again to the commenter who brought that to my attention, because seriously, that just made it a cinch, didn't it? If we run into a Hydra floor on layer 8 or something like that, then maybe we will reconsider. I feel like we can just run in here and chop down all these rats at once. I mean, why don't we... I mean, what's the point of having an axe if we can't just run into a pack of rats and chop them all dead at the same time, right? That's pretty satisfying. You know, that's just psychological release. Get some of our viciousness out of the way now so we can act more rationally later. But you just gotta chop rats, right? It's one of those visceral pleasures in life. Running into an idyllic meadow and just chopping your way through rats. And again, I think this should be relatively straightforward dealing with this Hydra. No problem. Yep. He attacked himself. Yeah, he couldn't even bear the thought of living in this world for one moment longer. Rue has that effect on people. Rue, he thinks that creation is a folly. I think that Rue is probably okay with that sort of behavior, biting yourself, as macabre as that seems. Spiny Frog should probably go. If I had I'd like to be able to cast that correctly, so maybe I should work my charms a little bit more if I still can't consistently cast Shroud of Galubria. But we're okay. Made it to level 14 again, yeah. Our character is all grown up. He's on the upper half of the character spectrum now, more than halfway through, right? This Griffin is more difficult than I expected. Shroud falling apart. We can get up a new one, though. It's no problem. And the Griffin is blind. Yeah, what a bad way to go. Can't even see your own fate. And we're up to more than 100 HP. So, yeah, our character has definitely become a man. An ant-man. Invulnerable to your torpor snail. What do you think about that? An electric eel and an altar of Kybriados. That's sort of an interesting sort of mix there. Electric eels strike me as sort of sprightly. I'm not sure how they have any sort of association with Kybriados. How do we deal with this electric eel? I guess I just run in. Whoa! Never mind. There's two of them there. He's paralyzed. Do I even need to run in at all? I think I'd rather just run away. Yeah, he's stunned by my will, and let's keep it that way. Alright, yeah. How about let's just mark that as an excluded area? I don't care about Kybriados at all. Excluded. Don't go anywhere near those stupid eels. Good. I have sort of a electrophobia after the last game, and I think rightfully so, especially now that we don't have any electrical resistance at all. Excuse me. Alright, so here's some blink frogs. We'll figure out how to deal with that. I guess we could dig, because I mostly just to avoid the horror more than anything. It's good. I kind of like the horror. It makes us play smarter. We got our buffs, standard spells. Taking out a pack of blink frogs is no problem. In fact, let's get a Song of Slaying too. I messed it up. Now let's get a proper Song of Slaying. Sometimes you start a song and you just mess it up, and you want to start over. But the judges on American Idol are completely nonplussed with that. If you mess up your song and have to start over, you're already done. Don't embarrass yourself. You have to have that kind of self-awareness. But that's not what American Idol is all about. It is for the good people, right? American Idol is ending, right? That's why I was thinking about it. I saw it in the news. It's fine, I'm sure. The world will keep turning. It's not like I particularly cared for it. I think I probably watched the first season or two. It's like that with Survivor. I watched the first season or 3 of Survivor, for example, and it was pretty cool. I don't watch it anymore. I know that there's some people who are really into it, which I think is pretty cool. But, yeah, torpor snails. Torpor snails matches the Kybriados. That makes sense. I mean, I can see you're trying Kybriados. Oof, yeah, let's not get hit by that bolt of electricity. I really hate that. And this torpor snail, too, man. He can't slow us, but he can still chomp with his torpor radula. And I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. But he's gone. Yeah, we have to make use of our charms. Can't sacrifice our charms or anything like that. Stone Skin is feeling okay. Was that an axe up there, by the way? I thought I saw an axe. A war axe, yeah, but nothing special. Blink frog, 2 blink frogs. Just get over here and get into this chamber here. We'll dig. No more horror, please. And I could sing a song about it, but you know what? I feel just a little bit too much of a soul-crushing malaise right now to sing a song. We've sacrificed love. And there's that quotation, the opposite of love is not hatred. It's indifference. And that's almost even more terrifying, Like, we had a character, Harrigan was beloved by all, certainly, and Zeberius was definitely hated by all. We've sacrificed love. It says we're hated by all, but I really think it's a little bit more than that. It's just that the universe is completely indifferent to our presence. We live into a cold and uncaring universe. The only one who cares about us is Rue, and, he doesn't care that much. He only cares about us if we chop our eyeballs out or whatever. So, I don't know. Can you truly call that caring? I'm not sure. Blind boulder beetle is a nice alliteration there. I'd like to kill him. Not to get super nihilistic or anything, but I just sort of feel like that's Savage Sid's outlook on life. I'm just trying to get in character here. Savage Sid, that's why he turned to Rue, is because he believed that this was the enlightenment he was looking for. And honestly, Rue is telling him what he knows already. The universe, all the other gods are just posers. The Catcher in the Rye style, Gozag, total poser. He's the kind of guy who goes out and gets the next model of the iPhone as soon as it comes out, waits in line for it. Machleb, total poser. He doesn't sacrifice anything. You sacrifice your blood, it grows right back. Rue understands true sacrifice. Here we found a distant snort and a wave of frost. Very interesting. There's like an electric eel here, which I don't like. But that other staircase is right there anyway, so I sort of feel like I don't want to waste my time. I almost feel like using that magic mapping that we have. Let's get to safety and do that. Electric eel, why don't you not zap me or whatever? I'm just going to try to run. There's a new kind of ring over there, which we would like to get. Yeah, I would also like to be able to get into a place where I would be able to, like, deal with these guys one at a time. There's, like, a black mamba coming at me. That's annoying. I'm blocking the attack, but it's not going to last. I guess it will attack itself. Alright, well, it's attacking itself, so let's just use this opportunity. Yeah, these guys are a bunch of chumps, right? This is just Keystone Cops. I guess we'll get up an infusion and then just try to chop our way through these guys. Killed, and most of these guys are going to die pretty soon, right? If we get up a Shroud, I can chop 3 yaks at once. This is pretty dumb, but not dumb enough for me to shy away from it. Look, we killed a bunch of guys at once. We'll get up another Shroud just to be able to take this guy. New kind of ring, I'm all about it. A little bit of food here, and hopefully we can get our way to this place. Let's just try to find it first. And if it looks like things are going to get a little bit urgent, then we'll try the magic mapping. Ticking of a distant clock, and then a very distant melting archway. That's fine. We're only going to be able to get to one of those, and I infinitely prefer the maze. It's a little bit more annoying, I guess. Some people think, I don't mind going through the maze. Some people say it's annoying, but to be honest, I kind of like it. This is sort of a different mode of thinking. Yeah, it's not dungeon crawl, definitely. But it's fun. It's a nice break from dungeon crawl. Not like that Sokoban was in NetHack. That was annoying. Every time I had to do Sokoban in NetHack, I was always really annoyed. There's just too much stuff here. I'm not trying to fight you guys, but I can't really teleport or anything like that. Brisk ticking of a clock nearby, so I get the feeling it's very close. Oh, that's it right there. Okay, let's go and jump right in there. It's brisk. Yeah, it's a little bit of a fast clock on that guy, so we don't want to tarry too long. But here we go. Enter the labyrinth. Previously moving walls settle noisily into place. Fine. Metallic kick over distant snort. What does that mean? Previously moving walls settle noisily into place? What does that mean? I don't think I've ever seen that message before. Is that just because I've never been in a labyrinth at point 16? Or is that like a thing because we have permanent stasis or whatever? Yeah, I mean, we have minus C tele, but we couldn't teleport anyway. I guess that means we couldn't use Shroud of Galubria if we wanted to. So we're here near the edge. That's nice to know. And we're already up to metal. Okay, well, there's some interesting stuff going on here. Unseen horror. Why don't you get a little bit closer? Yeah, I feel like we're already sort of towards the middle. Unseen horror. Come on, guys. Just get in here. That's a little bit of a nasty thing to find in a labyrinth if you're not prepared for it. With another character, we probably wouldn't be. I mean, we haven't found any seen invisible rings or anything like that. It would have been a real struggle to deal with. So I'm appreciating my antennae right now. As annoying as they are to deal with, you can't get a hat that fits you, you know. Visit to the haberdasher is always a little bit awkward. You know, go to the haberdasher and it's like, you got any new hats for me? And they're like, no. Stop coming back. And I'm like, I'll be back next week. Want a draining? Okay, leather armor, fine. Well, that was a little bit weird. Let's eat some of this flesh that we've got. Might as well before it spoils. And here we are already in the metallic section of the labyrinth, I guess, although we might be approaching it from the wrong angle. Sometimes it's kind of deceptive. We'll try up this way. No, okay, yeah, there's stone. Can we dig through that? I think we can dig through these outer walls. So I might as well just try to do that, right? I sort of want to get up here. It's cheating. I'm not going to lie, it's cheating, but, you know, I mean, why not cheat a little bit if it's just going to be like a little hedge maze? I mean, it's possible I misinterpreted the rules. I saw this earthen wall, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to dig through that. That only makes sense. On the other hand, it seems like it's sort of brought us to a dead end. Odd grinding sound. Oh, there's more metal up here. So is that other metal just like a distraction? Poison. Okay, that's annoying. We'll jump in here and we'll hopefully chop through these guys without much trouble. You're paralyzed and dead, and you're going to make me a little bit hungrier. I don't have any meat. There's a glowing battle axe. Yes, please. Let's see this right now. +1 battle axe of venom. You know what? I think I got to go with that. I think it's just a huge upgrade, and we can use this battle axe and the shield at the same time, as I've been alluding to, right? That's brilliant. We got to go with this. At least give it a try. Here comes another hungry ghost. Yeah, blocked by my will. Can I just not hit this guy for... What's the problem here? Is that just bad? It feels like that was not as good as I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be a huge upgrade. Obviously, the venom doesn't work against those guys. Venom is not exactly the brand I was looking for. You know, it would be nice to find something a little bit better, but we'll figure it out. You know, maybe we'll rebrand that or find a better axe eventually. And maybe I'll go back to the war axe if this thing doesn't cut it, you know? I thought it would be better. Maybe we haven't hit min delay with it or something like that, or it's just a big old two-handed weapon. I'm going to have to eat something pretty soon, probably. So let's eat, I don't know, a slice of pizza. Delicious. Floor vibrating beneath me. So is that stuff still shifting around? I'm not sure what that message at the beginning of the floor was about. But, okay. Is that a Minotaur? You a Minotaur? Looks like it could be. We can dig through this, though, so let's dig. And, no, it's just more stuff. There's a bunch of random stuff in here. There's a bunch more clutter in the labyrinth than there used to be. Against a big, blind earth elemental, I feel like this is the best way. I don't know. It doesn't feel like this is really doing it for me. Right? A battle axe of venom? Is it doing it for you? Because if it's doing it for you, I'll stick with it for a minute more. I sort of want to give it a fair chance. When it hits, I guess it does hit pretty hard. And that is what we're going for. Okay, we're back over here at the edge, though, so we're nowhere near. If we can dig through most of these walls, these metallic things are just sort of little transient structures not related to the true metal of the Minotaur's inner lair. So we need to get back over here towards where we were. Yeah, there's stone over here. Do we go down this way, maybe? And down through this way. Is that what we dug through? Maybe. Let's dig this way, sure. Very hungry. Yeah, that's not doing any wonders for our hunger level here. Can't dig through that, I'm sure. But we can sneak around to the other side, probably. Yeah, okay, we were here. Oh, no. I'm getting lost. Yeah, this looks like more where we need to be, though. Towards the middle here. Oh, no. Trapped like a rat. Rat in a maze. There's flowers for Algernon right here. And, not the flattering version of Algernon. Alright, here we go. Gargoyle. Let's eat a quick psych-up pizza. Pepperoni pizza, I like it. And we'll get up our buffs, because gargoyles are pretty tricky, right? Stone skin. You might as well use stone skin against a gargoyle. Use its own tricks against it. And if you can hit with this thing, it does destroy it in 2 shots. And with our buffs, we were able to take it. We were able to take it on. Earth Elemental, yikes. These things, I'm not so sure about. We got them. Just took a second. Alright, so here we go. Down in here. Down yonder. This has got to be it. We've reached the inner green temple. That's got to be the Minotaur right there. Alright, so buffs, right? 1, 2, 3 buffs. And actually, it seems like the Minotaur is right here in this little area. So let's make sure we do that. In fact, I think I can use this blowgun, probably. Missed. Poisoned. Alright, that's good. And now we'll get out this Battle Axe of Venom and poison him some more, I guess. Hopefully I can take a Minotaur. Ooh, it's tough. Shroud Unraveling. Just make sure that we survive long enough for ruse effects to take place and such. Or maybe he'll just get poisoned a little bit more. Yikes. Can't read any scrolls anymore, but I wasn't really planning on it. It hurts. It really does. You're not supposed to tank a Minotaur like this, honestly. You're supposed to be able to deal with it through trickery. At least that's been the way I've dealt with it, but maybe I don't play enough tanky characters. We tanked a Minotaur. We still had half our life left. No problem. Axe of Skill boosting up. I feel like that'll help our ability to use our Battle Axe here. Scimitar of Protection. I guess that was helping him as well. So fine. Anything interesting in here? We got any loot? What do we get? Poison needles, enchant weapon. Okay, so I can use that on the battle axe at least. Let's do that right away. Enchant weapon on the battle axe. And shiny scale mail is probably not worth wearing. We have the chainmail, which is a degree heavier, so let's just stick with that. And, yeah, nothing else here, I guess. Book of Necromancy. So we have a couple of books. We got a bunch of books. I was thinking about picking up Animate Skeleton. We got 9 spell levels left. I guess I could do it. Yeah, sure. Animate Skeleton. Yeah. That means I should throw a few more points into Necromancy, I guess. We're not going to put any special focus in it, but it might be nice. If we're going to be butchering things anyway, we might as well get an army of skeletons, right? I don't know if I'm accidentally going to chop them with my axe. I'm sure they don't appreciate that, but they're just skeletons. Who cares? They're disposable. You know, we got exoskeleton. You know, we don't care for those vertebrates. You know, no regard for the vertebrates. Okay. Better rings that I should have tried on a while ago. Let's put them on, I guess. We have tons of remove curse, so I'm not concerned. Poison resistance. Ring of flight. Nice to know, I guess. Maybe a chance to work up some evocations. Or a +6 ring of evasion. That's beautiful. We sacrificed nimbleness because we knew we were going to get it artificially, you know? Who needs to practice your nimbleness when you're just going to have a ring of evasion? You do it through artifice. That's the Formicid way right here. And we're good. I guess we're good. I'm really happy about that. Anything else that's worth trying? We already tried that. Might as well drop this poison resistance. I guess I might as well drop it outside of the labyrinth, though. And a new kind of scroll, but I guess we'll try that upstairs. Wave of Frost. It's subsiding rapidly, but we still have a chance to get there. Doubtful. I'm not going to make any real attempt, especially with no cold resistance. Scroll of Identify, but if we see it, we see it. Yeah, I think it might be subsiding a little too rapidly, though. Steam Dragon. Okay. Ice Beasts. Ice Beasts over here. Okay, well, this is not great, though. We're getting blasted with steam, and there's like 800 Ice Beasts. And there's no place to dig. That's my problem here. Those steam blasts sort of hurt, too, surprisingly. I do appreciate the fact that we regenerate rather quicker than we should be. I don't appreciate the fact that there's an electric eel over there. You know, I'm not even sure what we appreciate or don't appreciate anymore. Maybe the Hand Axe of Flaming is most appropriate against these guys? I don't know. I mean, yes, probably. And a Shroud. And a Song. And we're good to go. I don't think armor is even worth it. I think that pretty much their freezy attacks bypass a lot of armor, so it's not what we want. We like our evasion right now. That's actually a beautiful ring for us. And I think we're going to be okay. Butcher that for sure. Oh, I should have turned it into a skeleton. I forgot. What's that on, by the way? Animated skeleton is F. I don't really like that. Can we put it on something that makes more sense? Like animate skeleton, like K for skeleton. Spell K, sure. That makes a vague amount of sense. To me, at least. And we have S. S is already used, unfortunately. A is already used as well. Steam Dragon Hide. Shall I ignore it? Am I really carrying around that much stuff already? Yeah, we don't need this poison resistance, for example. And probably a whole bunch of other stuff we don't need either. Like this wand of cold, fire, draining, wand of teleportation we can drop. New kind of scroll we should definitely read right away. And books we don't need anymore. Necromancy probably not. Beasts. Lamp of Fire is dubious with no evocations. Book of Beasts, we're probably not going to do summonings this game. We can't do summonings. We sacrificed love. Never mind. Transfigurations, well, it's good to have. Book of Burglary and Battle. This is all our stuff, but we can just leave it here in sort of a pseudo-library area. Any other spells that we really wanted to pick up? Pain, I guess, would be a possibility if we really wanted to go in that direction. Spectral Weapon. We don't have any hexes. We could have some hexes. Summon butterflies. The butterflies would be hostile, though, so, you know, we have to be careful about that. I guess there's some other spells we could learn one day. How is this coming along? Stone Skin is castable. It's not as castable as it should be, though. So let's just leave that up for a little while longer. Plus, I want it to actually have some oomph to it. I want to actually be able to harden my skin up properly. Yeah, okay, so this is fine for here. We got some flesh, too. That's what I wanted. Electric eel. I don't like that electric eel. Can we just chop you or whatever? Is that cool? Like, do you want to just get chopped? If I can hit you once. There you go. Alright, he's dead. Don't have to worry about him anymore. And the Fenfolio, that's a cool find. I'm not sure if it's anything that we can actually use. There's an Earth Spell. We could just go for Stone Arrow. We could go for Conjurations this game, honestly. You know, I mean, if we're going to be learning that up, you know, I don't really want to use the Sling, I guess. If we went Conjurations instead, that'd be fine. You know, we could learn Stone Arrow. Is a pretty basic spell for us if we need to use it. We could be pretty tanky and still cast Stone Arrow every once in a while. Or not Summon Forest, because I'm sure they'll hate us. Summon Hydra, we can't do it, you know. Lady's Liquefaction is for Earth and Hexes. We don't know any Hexes now, but we could. We have a good aptitude for it. We have a lot of directions we could go in this character. You know, we don't want to have too great magical aspirations because we do want to stick close to the tanky lifestyle, but all this is okay. Even I've never really tried Corpse Rot before. Could be interesting. I don't know. We're already using our corpses for skeletons, theoretically, but I don't know. So Stone Arrow, I could take it. Let's drop it back off at the library. Ready to make a new sacrifice, possibly a final sacrifice. Magic Vulnerability, sacrifice skill, or sacrifice experience. You know what? I don't want to sacrifice skill or experience. Let's just sacrifice essence. Magic Vulnerability is going to be a little bit scary, but whatever, you know? I mean, it'll make things interesting if we're getting occasionally confused or paralyzed. So will our opponents through our force of will. So, you know, it'll be interesting. Even the playing field a little bit. Hopefully this will get us up to full piety. And also we're going to be wearing our chainmail of magic resistance in a second. So I don't think we have too much to worry about. But let's do it. Sacrifice essence. Significant sacrifice. Do I wish to make this sacrifice? Heck yeah. And yes, my awakening is now complete. I have fully awakened from my former meaningless lifestyle as a blocker. And now I am an initiative Rue. Sacrificed everything that I need to. And still kept most of my good looks, honestly. I didn't actually disfigure myself really in any way. I made some other sort of more intangible sacrifices, though, so I don't feel that bad about it. Should have chopped out an eyeball. If you'd given me the option to chop out an eyeball, I totally would have. I just didn't want to give up a hand. So I can use this cool battle axe, for example. Battle axe, speaking of which, you should probably be... Well, if we actually, never mind. If we're going to fight a bunch more ice beasts right now, let's do that. And let's read this scroll. Brand weapon, nice. So we'll brand the battle axe of Venom. Let's see if we get anything better. A vampiric battle axe? That's awesome! Okay, we're definitely using that immediately after this battle. That's about the most amazing thing I think we could have asked for. A vampiric battle axe. So, I mean, we're definitely not using a sling or anything else anymore, probably, because we'd have to switch out back and forth. That's definitely much more of an inspiration, maybe, to go for conjuration, so we wouldn't have to swap out of our axe ever. Let's do it. Yes. Okay, I don't care. Let's eat something. We'll eat some beef jerky. And then more beef jerky. And then some fruit. Vampiric fruit. Now we'll wield our vampiric battle axe, capital V, for vampiric battle axe. And yes, that is a significant decision to make, but it's okay. And now you are now my, wait, yeah, V equals A. There we go. My number one weapon there. Not that we're really going to be swapping it out ever, because it's a vampiric battle axe, and between that and a regeneration, hopefully we will be able to stand our ground and definitely make a name for ourselves here. Regenerate life faster than hopefully we lose it. Book of Debilitation. More hexes here. Man, anything, you know, hexes or conjurations, I could go for it all. Hexes, that's an interesting book. A basic hexes book. We just have so many options. Can we go back to our library? Let's make a waypoint over here in our library. Drop our books. And maybe we'll have to make some decisions. We do have some spell levels left to spend, and we could spend them. I don't even know what I want to do, honestly. Like, maybe work up my conjurations? We could go Stone Arrow. I'm tempted by Stone Arrow. We're going to have good Earth. I mean, I feel like my Earth is something I want to focus. Transmutations, less so. Translocations. As soon as Passage of Glubria gets castable, we'll call it there. Maybe if I see Phase Shift in the future, but I don't want to push it. I don't know. Level 5 spells might be pushing it. Stone Arrow could just be a great option for us. So let's do it. Let's go back to our memorized Stone Arrow. Anything better here that we want? No. And a part of the reason why I want to do this, actually, is because if I learn Conjurations, it's an excuse to get up to Irradiate. So maybe I'll just memorize Irradiate, too. Memorize Stone Arrow. Yes. And F is perfect for that, actually. That's exactly the kind of spell you want to put on F. Because F is like your fire spell, so far as I'm concerned. That's the sort of spell you want to be slinging as a Conjuration-type weapon. Memorize Irradiate? Just for yucks? We might get something more practical between now and then. So let's just do it. Alright, so you know what? New plan. Let's stop our mishmash spell training for just 1 second. And let's just go Earth Magic. We'll focus on Conjurations for a second. I know we have a -1 aptitude for it, but we'll deal. A little bit more spell casting because that's going to get everything better. And then still fighting in axes. Armor 2? I guess. My armor is pretty good. But I appreciate the fact that my armor is good. So I think that's good. It's a little bit more of a focus skill sort of thing for now. Everything will get better that needs to get better. Translocations. I wanted to get my translocations better too. Fine, you know, I'll invest some points in translocations. It's not really any more focused than it used to be. And I wanted to get my necromancy better too. So I basically didn't even do anything. I turned off transmutations and charms, I guess. I'd like to get my transmutations up better too if we're going to cast Irradiate, but we'll work on it, you know. I'm just trying to be a little bit more proper. Fire Drake, I wish I had some fire resistance. I wish I had Repel Missiles too. We could totally cast it. It'd be a good substitute for some degree of nimbleness. Fire Drake died though before it could really cause too much mischief. Robe. Rune Chainmail again. We're finding a ton of Rune Chainmail. I guess we'll try it on. Okay, well it's not as good as our other Chainmail of magic resistance. That's okay. And any other thing that we wanted to do? I thought there was something else. There's a new kind of ring that we have. We'll try it on. Check it out. Ring of Positive Energy. +1 Ring of Slaying. Is that better than a Ring of Positive Energy right now? I mean, it seems pretty insubstantial. But +1 Slaying is +1 Slaying. You know, that's like a good Song of Slaying or something like that. Gets you going on a Song of Slaying. So I think until I explicitly run into anything that's going to drain us, I think that we'll stick with this +1 Slaying. Or a better ring in general. You know, negative energy is not that great either. Hopefully we'll just find a good ring. And make sure that we still use... Oh, no, I forgot. I'm going to have to switch out this route real quick, unfortunately. Unless I can cast Stone Arrow real quick. How's my Stone Arrow? 78%. Nah. Wield the Flaming Axe. Yes. Maybe I should use it for the rest of this floor just to make sure that I don't have any Hydra problems. And wow, I didn't even cast any buffs, and this is not even an issue. I think it's because my evasion is significantly higher than it used to be. But that 7-headed Hydra wasn't even a thing. Not even a thing. Wandering Mushroom is still an annoyance, I guess. We'll just keep up a regular axe until we're done with the lair. I can't wait to get back to my Vampiric Battle Axe. But, for the time being, we're good. Conjurations, nice. Level 1. We'll do it. We skipped Conjurations on the last character, so I feel like I'm sort of justified in going for Conjurations here. You know, again, I don't want to spread myself too thin, but Savage Sid can handle it. We are fully awakened now. That's the remains of an ice cave, obviously, where all of those ice beasts were loitering about. But we're done with Lair 7, and that's pretty good. We're pretty happy about this. So, down to Lair 8 we go. And Lair 8 is sometimes a doozy, right? You never know what you're going to find here. Could be Spriggans, could be demons. You're never quite sure. And I'm pretty sure that we didn't see the swamp either, right? So I think we're unlikely to run into many more Hydras throughout the course of the game. Search for what? Right, if we go to... It was the shoals and the spider nest. So yeah, no Hydras in the near future beyond Lair. Occasionally you run into Hydras, of course, just in the by and by, but nothing that we're going to see regularly. So I feel like after this, we'll just put on our Vampiric Battle Axe and just be super pleased about that. Crocodile, yeah, because this puny little hatchet here just isn't cutting it anymore. Now that I've had a taste of what you can do with a real proper axe. You call this a knife? This is a knife. Earth Magic, nice, and Earth Magic getting where it needs to be too. We'll learn, okay, we learned Lee's Rapid Deconstruction is probably a more reasonable goal for the near future than Irradiate. So we'll consider that too. Lee's Rapid is definitely something I'd like to be able to cast. as a boost to our digging ability. I mean, it only sort of goes with our nature. You know, we dig all the time. If we were able to dig through stone and metal, then we would, definitely. So we want that ability. Our intelligence is really high because we sort of mutated that way, right? Yeah, mine is acute. We mutated a better brain and worse eyes. Okay. Maybe we're like John Milton, sort of, you know. I mean, we studied so much that we went blind. Catalobolas begins to attack, but it's done by my will. I'd rather deal with that right now. That's the slime pit over there, I imagine, with that green sort of nuclear glow. We should be able to take this guy, especially if he's going to get all confused or whatever. I'm slowing down. Oh, no, I botched it. I got petrified, but he should hopefully be goring himself. He gored himself but did no damage. All right, I'm back to flesh. Not going to get me this time, Catalobolas. Let's just pay a lot more attention to whether or not we're standing in a cloud. Yikes. Okay, I don't like this at all now. And I can't dig. So let's run to a place where hopefully we can dig. I'd like to get in here. Oh, no. Okay. Just keep digging. Just keep running. There's a forest down here, which is probably a bad place to be. I'm not slowing down, but I am getting into this area with these fungi. Okay? Yeah, this is good. And unfortunately, I'm going to probably hack my way through these fungi with my axe. Yeah, let's just chop my way through here. Destroyed that fungus, fine. All these other fungi are probably going to get destroyed. I sort of want to get my vampiric battle axe right now. Just to have it. You know what? I think that's probably the wise thing to do. Let's wield our vampiric battle axe, and if I see... Oh, I can't, because I need to be full. But let's at least get some buffs. Catalobos and a spiny frog is moving more slowly. That's good. You're engulfed in... Okay, you should all eventually die. Let's... Yeah, okay, if you're going to get engulfed in dust, just do it then. Just get engulfed in dust. I am slightly horrified, but all these guys are just getting, like, petrified and possibly repelled by my fabulous will. Wolf is almost dead. Okay, so this is not the best situation that I've ever seen. On the other hand, these guys should all die. I mean, it's a little bit tough to kill them when they've got all sort of a stone skin thing sort of going on. Speaking of which, we should have cast our own stone skin, and we just did. Now it's just 2 wolves. I bet we can take on 2 wolves, especially when one of them's almost dead. Here we go. Yeah, this is fine. We sort of landed on our feet there. That was interesting. I sort of like being a former kid. Can't just blink away to where we need to be. I was sort of getting spoiled for that with Harrigan. Here we got to pick our battles. You know, what's the best axe angle in here? There's a forest type area. What do you think? You think it's going to be Spriggans? You think it's going to be a forest temple? I'm seeing a fire drake in here. Yikes, that hurts. Boring beetle, it hurts. Not going to lie. Boring beetle, a natural nemesis of the former kid. Sort of trying to get into the digging game, you know. I mean, I'm the only digger in town here. Fire Drake is going to be annoying, but also dead. I guess a hand axe of flaming is probably not going to work very well against that. So I think it looks like it could be the Forest Temple with the demons and such. Not sure. Yeah. Deal with these guys before they get any ideas of corroding our precious axes. This is fine. Alright, so the rest of this floor looks pretty normal. Here's some blink frogs, whatever. Get a Song of Slaying going on here. And the fact that I got my +1 ring of courage there sort of helps me deal with my cowardice a little bit more. Cancels out one pip of horrification. Horribleness. Horrifiedness. It's mod. Whoa. Agile mod, too. I hate that. I don't even know, like, what mod's deal is. She's got a broad axe. Is that better than my axe? I thought a broad axe was like a one-handed axe. But it still might be better than mine. A vampiric battle axe, though. I don't know. It seems pretty good. Just an extremely dangerous warrior type, one imagines. With an axe and agility. So I'd rather just run away for 1 minute. At least 1 minute. Yes. Horrified. Yes. But we can back over here. And now I feel like we should just go for it. I feel like it's just wield this vampiric battle axe. Yeah, I know. Alright, so eat a meat ration. Wield the battle axe. Hope we don't see any more hydras. Yes. Get up standard buffs. I guess the blowgun is going to be useless for us as well. I hope this works, because if it doesn't work, we're basically trapped. We can't actually run away. I can't dig. So I'm really hoping this works, right? Skin is more tender, so let's... Oh, Shroud falling apart. Oh, no. Shroud falling apart. This is an emergency. Let's just dig out of here. Just to have the peace of mind that I can run away if I have to. Can I cast regeneration? No. Try it again. Try it again. Try it again. Okay, I regenerated that time. It fails to attack that time. Maud is more dangerous than I can deal with right now. I feel like I want to run, but how do I run? Can I run? I don't know. Can I hit you with like a wand of cold or something? Moderately wounded. I guess I could use my Rue abilities, I guess. Nothing happens because I'm wasting this. I guess I could heal up as necessary. Sure, let's just blast my wands at you. Maud says you can't face your power, and I'm tending to agree with you right now. I could try like a tricky wand of lightning type maneuver where I do a bounce. That'd be tricky, but would I hit myself in the process? I'm not sure. Maybe if I were to back off one space, I could pull it off. Maybe not. Maybe if I were to go one space over here. Yeah, this will work, right? I can try this wand of lightning in here. It should work. I should be able to get a double bounce there. Oh, unfortunately, we're hearing loud caws and everything because we've attracted attention. I forgot about that. I probably should have avoided that. Skin stops crawling. I sort of wish... Maud appeals unharmed. Alright, well that's really annoying. So that's just not working at all. Lamp of Fire is a really bad idea that I've sacrificed love now that I think about it. So no evocals for us. None of those elemental evokers because those elementals will just attack us. Glad I thought about that now. I should drop that pretty much immediately. Okay. So what now? Try to hit Maud some more? Infuse myself back up, please. Infuse. Maybe regenerate again. Yeah, regeneration is going. Shroud up. Okay, yeah. Okay, I hit Maud and I feel better. See, oh yes, this is amazing. Maud is almost dead. Now the tide has turned in our favor. We're regenerating ourselves up with this vampiric battle axe. So it really can go. I just need one lucky Rue event. Oh, just a good solid hit from the axe. That works too. Don't need Rue. I'm awakened myself. We need to make sure that we hit this Raven though. Raven is almost dead, but also almost completely dead. And all these guys hurt us from that wand of lightning, which was pretty annoying. So we don't need this Lamp of Fire for certain. We don't need an empty wand of cold, especially considering that we got a spare. And here's another Raven because that's so Raven. And I should be getting skeletons, right? What's wrong with me? Skeletons. Animate skeletons was K. Messed it up. Now we did it. Uh-oh. I forgot. The skeletons hate us. Let's forget that right away. Did anybody else think about that before I did? If you thought about it and you were yelling at me to not do that, then good on you. But it's an unexpected interaction. Sacrifice love, at least to these other things. I'm proud of myself for remembering to drop that Lamp of Fire. So, okay, I guess no more skeletons for us. And maybe that means, how about no more necromancy for us either, for the time being. Maybe we'll get a little bit more necromancy later. Maybe we could learn Corpse Rot or something like that. We'd go for a swampy type character, learn all those Fenfolio spells. Only a couple of them are going to be useful for us, but, you know, Stone Arrow is pretty neat. I can dig that. Should we try casting Stone Arrow right now? Can I cast it? What is it at? Stone Arrow, 41%. Getting there. Now, level 3 spells are a little touch and go right now. Level 4 spell, not a prayer, but, you know, we'll work on that. Better stuff. I guess it's hard to hit these guys, but when we do hit them, see, it's now the mathematics of who's going to win a fight is a lot more complicated because we have got the power of vampirism on our side. Even if we take a couple of hits, we can always steal it back. So, like, look at that. We're already at full health. You wouldn't have predicted that based on our previous sort of calculus. Here's a bunch of yaks. I mean, I think this will be fun. You know, they're listed as a white level threat now because they know that if they surround us, that just means, you know, I can attack them and just vampire up as quickly as they can attack us. It would have been fun to do an apocalypse and have a yak apocalypse here, but I don't know if that's necessarily... Probably would have been overkill. If we see a good opportunity for a yak apocalypse will definitely do it. An apocalypse of some kind. Because as Rue teaches, creation is just a distraction and ought to be apocalypsed out of existence, if you ask me. Here's another potion of beneficial mutation. That's tremendous luck. Let's quaff it right now and see what happens. Nice. We're evolving. Okay, so we got a little bit of a flexible sort of fluid genome thing going on here. Evolution is a pretty cool mutation to get. Hopefully it means we'll get some other better mutations in the future. Another Amulet of Faith, and in fact, that reminds me, I don't think we actually need our Amulet of Faith anymore. I think it's pretty much completely worthless to us. So let's go ahead and drop that. Yeah, it doesn't even give us a warning about taking it off, so we definitely don't need another one. And if we found a better amulet, we would certainly be happy to get it. And another ring to replace our +1 slaying would probably be fine. Yeah, these yaks don't horrify me anymore. Excellent. I've graduated beyond the need for being afraid of yaks, and I think a Song of Slaying ought to do the trick here. Look at this beautiful axe arc, honestly. That's what you dream about as a axeman here. The opportunity for those big, solid cleaves. And, working as a lumberjack just doesn't do it. Oh, no, it's a dire elephant. Whoops, I forgot. I thought that was a regular elephant. I should absolutely be handling this more carefully. So let's back off, especially because there's death yaks in there. Time for Shroud and then a Stone Skin. We really need all the help that we can get. Stone Skin, okay. And now please chop the elephant, because this elephant is big and meaty. I mean, it hurts hard. It hurts hard too. Yeah, but we can hopefully heal up as well. Please let me heal up. I'll use something if I have to. Fails to attack. Yikes. Okay, so we got to do something about this. Please, lignification. That seems kind of stupid. Invisibility. Can you see invisibility? It cannot see invisible. So is that an option? Maybe. 2 potions of invisibility. It seems a little weird. Potions of might would also be an option, I guess, but we don't have any of those. Well, we do. We got 2 of them. Never mind. So I guess either one is just as good. I could try Elephant Apocalypse, I guess. I sort of feel like invisibility might be the way to go, because we can have a chance to fight. Yeah, a pretty good chance to fight. And even if things go sour, we can run. Right? These elephants don't know how to handle this. I guess that means I should run in and try to face any other foes that we might be wanting to face before this invisibility wears off, because it's a pretty nice thing to have. Oh, I'm back in view. Never mind. So let's deal with this Death Yak properly. We can. Oh, Shroud falls apart. Yeah, we'll even have a surplus of HP by the end of it. This Vampiric Axe. I think this Vampiric Axe is going to do wonders for us. We saw that Broad Axe too, right? Yeah, she had just a regular Broad Axe, which is not going to cut it for us, right? We've got this Vampiric. We've got a taste of vampirism. We got the Bloodlust now. So there's another Dire Elephant. Is this one maybe a little bit easier to deal with than the other one? I would hope so. Let's try to be proactive about our Shrouds of Galubria. It still hurts. It really does. Yes. Yes, I feel like I have the edge, but every hit, it hurts so much. The elephant died. It trampled itself. Wow, I'm not sure how the logistics of that work out, but I'm glad they did. You gotta be trying really hard to trample yourself. I mean, I guess you could, like, trip over your own legs or something like that and fall and maybe, you know, take a nasty spill. But I'd hardly describe that as trampling myself most of the time. You know, okay, so here we are. This is the temple, right? This is the forest temple, and those are... These statues turn into dire elephants, as I understand it. We already fought a couple of dire elephants, though, so that's a little bit weird. Or is this the demon temple? It looks a little bit more like demons to me in here now. No, it's the Black Mamba, but as soon as we kill that Black Mamba or something like that, then these guys turn into real, live, Pinocchio, real boy elephants. Is that the case? I'm not sure. No. It's something like that, though. Oh, it's an anaconda, right? There's an anaconda in here. That's a wizard. It's a very nice temple you got in here. But not that nice. He could banish us, I think. Especially because our magic resistance is, what, extremely poor? Magic resistance is non-existent. We don't want to go to the abyss. So let's avoid that, I guess, if possible. We could probably survive a trip to the abyss. But we'd rather not. Okay, level 15. I said I was going to do it, and I meant it. Let's put another point in strength so we have a nice round 20 strength. It means I'll feel better about putting on some heavier armor in a minute, maybe. And also, our intelligence is pretty good already. You know, it's mutated to be a little bit better. We've recently had a mutation towards better intelligence. So maybe we could figure that out. Yeah, it's demons. It's a demon temple. All right, so maybe we don't actually have any more dire elephants to deal with. which would be good because I don't want to deal with any more dire elephants. And I don't think vampirism works against these demons, so we got to be double careful. Yeah, horrified against these guys, I'd really rather not be. One sun demon is not too horrifying, apparently. He's blind, especially not... Oh, it hurts, though. It hurts. We got to get out of here. Blue devil, red devil. Oh, no, the horror. It hurts. We got to get out of here. I'm horrified. I am horrified based on how much that sun demon was looking like it hurt. Yes. I'm engulfed in flames and that hurts so much. What do we do, man? What do I do? I guess I heal up because that hurts so much. I don't have any fire resistance. Heal wounds. It's engulfed in flames, so it hurt me for that much damage. Let's heal up again. Okay, we're still horrified. It's time for apocalypse. I don't know, apocalypse. Yes! Everybody died! It worked so great. I revealed the great annihilating truth to my foes, and everybody died. Maybe I should have been using that in a little bit more aggressively. If everybody does everybody just immediately die? I should have used it right when I went in there. I sort of feel like I don't want to use it again because now I'm exhausted and, you know, I mean, a little bit drained. I'd rather, yeah, that exhaustion lasts for a minute too. Okay, I took out a lot of that tough stuff though, so yeah, like that was a 3-level demon. This guy can use frost against us or whatever, but you're only a 4-tier demon, so it's not like I care. It was just that fire attack that was really the killer. And hopefully we can charge up our Wand of Heal Wounds again, because I am enjoying having a nearly full Wand of Heal Wounds. Less full than it used to be, honestly. Regeneration could be nice, too. Maybe I should get that up a little bit more proactively. See, I gotta remember all this stuff. Regular elephant should not be an issue. Between regeneration and all my other stuff, you know, my vampirism axe, we should be okay, right? We should not run out of HP. If we do, it's probably our own fault for being too stupid. Alright. You're paralyzed, and yet I still can't hack him down. It's a little embarrassing. Takes a couple of chops to even deal with this immobile foe. Standing in a cloud of a smoke demon. Alright, so smoke demon is another level 3. These guys are tough, right? I hate these guys. They'll smite you, and they won't even care. So I really don't even think like a Shroud of Glubria is going to do it. He's stunned by my will. Please, yeah, why don't you die? They are a little bit frail, but they can also hit you with Sticky Flame or whatever else. Smiting, just general smiting. Base Translocation spell up to level 6. Okay, so that's something. Yeah, Passage of Glubria is a lot better than it used to be. I think we probably got pretty seriously drained there. But worth it. Worth it to save our life. If we have to do an occasional apocalypse just to remind these demons that they were also a distraction. You know, it's not just the living creatures that were a distraction to be created. You know, you guys got created too. Me too. I got created. You know, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite here. You know, I'm part of creation. Not gonna lie. But I chopped out some of my eyeballs, or some of my metaphorical eyeballs, to awaken myself. Can you say the same? No, they can't. Because they're demons. And I care nothing for them. That's a red devil. Okay, hopefully a red devil is not nearly as much of a concern as that sun demon from earlier. Hopefully we took out the worst of it. There's still a lot more people in here, or is that just sort of residual pheromones that we're detecting here? Could just be pheromones. I hope it's pheromones because I don't want to fight that many more demons. There's at least one more real one in there. We got badly drained. Oh, because he's got a demon trident of draining. Yikes. We got shocked also. This is bad. I'm hating this. I'd like to... yeah, okay. Just kill that guy real quick, and then hopefully kill this guy too. Because now we are massively drained, and it's not even really our fault. Shocking. Shocking indeed. We could just drain ourselves further. I guess maybe a Shroud is appropriate. Just to hopefully deflect a couple of these attacks. Because these guys attack fast, and they attack shockingly. And unfortunately, yeah, this Battle Axe is not quite doing it anymore. I'd like to enchant that up a little bit more just to make sure that I can hit with that thing. +9 Vampiric Battle Axe would be even better. +9 Vampiric Executioner's Axe. Well, that would be really the bee's knees. But this is definitely the best axe that we've seen so far. And great. Hopefully most of the demons have been sorted. There we go. And we found a passage to hell, so we could just jump right in and fight Garyon right now. Seriously, I bet we could handle it. $300. That's a nice little boon if we're going down to the Orcish Mines. That's a little bit of walking around money right there. So, great. And Mochleb, we know how much of a poser Mochleb is. We will just close the door on you, Mochleb, because honestly, you just insult me. Mako was created too. Rue was created too. You know, it's all part of creation. It's just a distraction, though. You know, that's what the apocalypse is good for. And we'll reveal those truths to people. Hey, can you take a minute, you spare a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Rue? You know, and then you just annihilate them. We're not trying to convert you, really. We're just trying to annihilate you because, well, that's the true conversion to the way of Rue. Again, very nihilists. I don't actually believe that in real life. I believe there's a lot to live for in real life, man. But, you know, Savage Sid, a little bit more savage than I am. This is just going to be fun, hacking our way through sheep. We should get up a song of slang to celebrate the occasion. Oh, there once was a time when we went through a demon temple. We killed a bunch of demons and caused the apocalypse. And then I chopped through some sheep with my vampiric battle axe. Hooray! Hooray! I guess we're not going down to the slime pits, but we are done with this lair, and we're probably done with this video too, because that seems like a pretty good place to break it right there. We'll go and check out the Orcish Mines in its own separate video, because now I got a little bit of money to spend. I'm sort of curious to see what it might have to offer us. But I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.